Hi and welcome to this tutorial. Here I'm going to show you how to use the iferror function with the vlookup function in order to return any value or number that you would like whenever you get an error with the vlookup function. So that explanation might sound a little bit confusing, but basically when you're using vlookup and the vlookup function can't find a value it's looking for, it returns an NA error. If you want to return something else other than that error, this is how you're going to do it, or I'm going to show you how to do that. Now if you'd like to get this workbook, go to teachexcel.com, search for the video tutorial, and you can download it there. So what I have here is a sample employee database. I've shown it before in some of the vlookup tutorials, and I want to be able to enter an ID number right here and have the vlookup formulas in these cells populate them with employee information. So let me zoom in real quick, and so my vlookups are going to go here. So let's go ahead and put a vlookup in very quickly and see what happens. So equals vlookup, open parentheses, my lookup value, employee ID number, because I want to search by that. I'll go ahead and make that with the dollar signs in front of it. So that is an absolute cell reference. And comma, now our table array, I want to search for the employees in this employee table right here. Obviously in a real world example they would be on separate worksheet tabs or in separate workbooks altogether, but now I'm going to hit F4 to make it so this table doesn't change when I copy the formula. Column index number, well, the first name is in the third column, so number 3. Range lookup, false. I want exact matches, nothing else. Now I've already got an NA. I'm going to go ahead and copy this over for last name just so we can do 2 of them here. Last name's in column 2. Alright, so if I type in the correct number, we get all the employee info. Now if I did that too quickly for you, you need to learn the vlookup. There are a few other vlookup tutorials where I did very slow in-depth walkthroughs. I suggest you check those out. But for everyone who already knows how to do vlookup, alright. Now let's enter a number that doesn't exist. Now I don't like NA, kind of annoys me, so here's how we change it. In Excel 2007, this is how you do it. They added this great, awesome function called iferror. This makes it so much easier to take out the NAs. So for the iferror, all you do is you have a value, that's the first argument, and a value if there's an error. Now all this means is the value is going to be the function or formula that you first type in. That's why I typed in my vlookup formula first, just to make sure everything worked. So my vlookup formula is the value. The value of error is what I want to return if vlookup returns NA, or it returns any other error value. So comma, what do I want to return? Well, how about some text? Now if you're going to return text, make sure you enclose it in quotations. So invalid ID number. So see, I have quotation marks around the front and end of my text string. Close parentheses, hit enter, and check it out. Instead of NA like here, we have invalid ID number. So this is especially helpful if you are distributing this thing right here, this little search function, to employees in your office, and if they type in an incorrect ID number, they don't understand what NA means. Well, you can tell them invalid ID number, or you could say put in another ID number, or invalid ID number, no name. So it is a very helpful function to do that, and it simply equals iferror, and then actually let me copy this down here right now. So iferror, the value being the formula or function you'd like to use, and value if there is an error. So that's really all there is to it. It's very easy to use. Last thing is, if you want to put numbers in here, you don't need quotation marks. If I wanted to put a number, simply type the number after the comma and it appears. It is that easy. So that's how you use the iferror function to display anything that you want whenever an error occurs in any one of your formulas. You don't have to use it just with VLOOKUP. It's just very helpful to use it if you use VLOOKUPs often. So if you'd like to get the workbook, go to teachexcel.com, search for the video tutorial. You can download it there. And that's it for this tutorial.